All right, man. We got a lot in store for you guys today. We are the Real to Sports podcast, and we got some NFL talk, and we got some NBA talk, man. We even got a little XFL for y'all. So I got the very best podcast panel in all of the YouTube sports community right in front of me, and they're about to bring it and break it down for y'all right here, ladies and gentlemen, on the Real the Sports Talk Show. Now, vibe to our beat. Let's go. Trust me, it's not me. It's my Wi-Fi for some reason. I went to the other side of the room, so that might be. And it's raining. I don't know what's going on. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, I can't hear y'all.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Hold on a second. We got some technical difficulties going on right here. Hold on. This is bad. All right.
He having issues. I mean,
the
Los Angeles Rams didn't have no issues. The refs can't throw that flag.
I can't hear you.
I think it's because we got so much Cajun country up here, man. The system can't take it.
The
boot boy.
It's probably
hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on.
Hey, hold up now. We ain't gonna trash Oklahoma State now. Hold up now. We undefeated against Alabama. Don't do that.
Oh God. Wow.
We ain't never lost to Alabama in football. Put some respect on our name.
That's for you, boy.
That's prehistoric times, bro.
Prehistoric.
Bear Bryant was prehistoric times. Did y'all still claim him?
Hey,
Let me
go. When do I talk about Bear Bryant? Let me know.
Very true.
Talk about the GOAT.
Oh boy,
Eddie Robinson.
Huh?
Eddie Robinson. I told you about using that GOAT for Nick. He don't compare to Coach Rob, man.
Yeah, Coach Robinson. I'm talking about the second GOAT.
So he could be second, but until then, it's Coach Rob.
I agree.
Well, while we wait on our host to get back with us, let me go ahead and introduce y'all to the podcast panel. You know what I'm saying? Making his debut today, man. Coming to us from Cajun country, Creole land of New Orleans, Louisiana. We got my main man Deuce. What's going on, dog?
What's up, bro?
Dude.
Happy to be here, man.
Hey, Real to Sports fans, I gotta tell him, man, we don't rock with the Steelers on this show,
bro.
dog.
It's some Steelers in there. I looked around. There's some winners in there.
Okay. All right. And next up, might as well stay down there in Creole country. We got my main man GC in the building. Who that?
Who that? The 5, the 4. You know what it is.
You know. And we also got, representing Buzz City, the best team in the NBA in my opinion, the Charlotte Hornets, the reigning, defending, undisputed NBA trivia champion of the world. You know them, you love them. The numbers, they never lie. Give it up for Wall Street, everybody.
Boy, I tell you, boy. Hey, Mark, that's a beautiful, beautiful introduction, Playboy. Beautiful introduction.
Hey, man. Hey, you my dog. I got to make sure, Well,
damn, you know what? Hey, that's our show for today. Mark, man, you got this thing That's what's up, man. Hey, I don't know what's going on here. There's a little freaky stuff with all these gadgets and gadgets right here, but I am here. Young Mark did an introduction, but we do. I do want to say, man. Huh? What do you say?
I ain't make out what he said.
I think GC got intercepted by the Rams, yo.
Oh, dagger to the heart, man.
I can't. Mark sound like he talking in like the Darth Vader voice. Like, am I tripping? Is it just me?
Yeah, it might be you now.
Head out and come back in,
right
dog.
now.
Yeah, it might be the curse of the YouTube up in this joker. Oh man. Hey, if Young Mark already did it, man, we want to thank our special guest today, man, representing the Pittsburgh Steelers up in here. It's first time around. Deuce is in the building.
Appreciate it,
Ladies
bro.
and gentlemen, man.
Appreciate
What's up, Deuce, man? What's up, man? What's going
What's
on,
going on,
Deuce?
man?
Oh, man, Deuce, you've been watching the show, man. So, I mean, you ain't got to sugarcoat everything, man. Is everything good? Is you liking the show and what you seen on YouTube for what you seen with your eyes?
Most deaf, bro. I'll be honest. If I didn't, I wouldn't be sitting here with you today. Bro. You know, like y'all are what you preach, man. Real sports. This ain't none of that ESPN. I'm arguing my point just to be arguing it. This how y'all really feel. You can feel
bro.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes, sir. No
Appreciate
doubt,
that,
man. No doubt, man. No doubt, man. Pretty Ricky is what they call him is in the building. Just elbow smash that like button. Yes. Matter of fact, let me go to my skit real quick, man. Appreciate you guys for being here with us on this Saturday afternoon, wherever on this great planet Earth you may be, man. You guys show my brother some love, man, and hit that thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, man, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for all notifications. Follow us on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, and Facebook Sports Group, man, the Real Sports Group that we are live in right now. They're watching us right now. We are live in there, man. Shout out to all the members of the Real Sports Group on Facebook. So, Mr. President already did the intro, so I don't need to go no further. Let's jump into the show. Let's start this thing off, man. We're going to start this thing off with yours truly, man, our own Young Mark, as we bringing it back to y'all.
On the Mark with Young Mark is brought to you by The Real.
All right, host, appreciate it. What's going on, y'all? Long time no see, but we are back and better than ever with another edition of On the Mark. A little remix this time. We're going to be covering some XFL, so hope y'all ready to go. So I got to start it off the proper way, you know. In the immortal words of LL Cool J, don't call it a comeback. The XFL is back for another season of spring football, and it did not disappoint. So let's go ahead and get into it. First up, we have the Vegas Vipers versus the Arlington Renegades. The Vipers are led by spring football veteran Luis Perez at quarterback and former first-round pick Vic Beasley on defense. Arlington head coach Bob Stoops, former University of Oklahoma head coach.
Oh God.
He had his defense cooking, man. I can't lie. Arlington's defense was definitely cooking last weekend. They helped their team get the 22-20 victory, capitalizing on 2 Vegas interceptions that they returned for some touchdowns. So shout out to Arlington, man. That defense is definitely looking like it's going to be one of the best in the league so far. And if you watched XFL 2.0 back in 2020, then you remember Houston was the team to beat. PJ Walker and them boys was doing the darn thing. And so far in XFL version 3, it looks as if history is repeating itself yet again. Houston absolutely beat the brakes off of the Orlando Guardians, winning their game 33-12. The Wade Phillips-led Roughnecks picked off Orlando 3 times officially. It really should have been 4 if you know what I mean. We had a bad call on the field, but Houston quarterback Brandon Silvers threw for 2 touchdowns in the game, and Houston yet again looking like the top dogs in the XFL. Moving on right along, and what was honestly the most evenly matched game of week 1, we had the Seattle Sea Dragons taking on the DC Defenders at Audi Field in DC. I gotta give credit where it's due, man. Former Dallas Cowboys quarterback Ben DiNucci, he took over. He stole the show last weekend. He was dinking and dunking, throwing dimes, looking like the XFL version of Pat Mahomes out there. He finished the day with 282 yards and one hell of a touchdown to Josh Gordon in the end zone. It was a straight flick of the wrist. But at the end of the day, you know what they say, man. Defense wins championships. And the defenders' defense definitely came to play. They won the game for DC late in the fourth quarter with a game-sealing strip sack of Ben DiNucci, winning the final score of 22-18. And last but not least, we got to say the best for last. Proof that it ain't over till it's over. Remember how earlier in the show I said, don't call it a comeback? That's exactly the motto that former University of Alabama quarterback A.J. McCarron. Go ahead and say GC one time.
What's up, baby?
A.J. McCarron led the St. Louis Battlehawks to an improbable come-from-behind victory over the San Antonio Brahmas. They won by a final score of 18-15. The real interesting part of this game was that St. Louis was down 12-3 with a minute and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. But thanks to a couple of touchdowns and the unique rules of the XFL, they were able to win the game. For those of you who don't know, in the XFL, there is no extra point. After you score a touchdown, you can go for a 1-point conversion, 2-point conversion, or 3-point conversion. And another unique rule is if you are trailing or the game is tied in the fourth quarter, you can either go for the traditional onside kick or you can take a 4th and 15 from your own 25-yard line. If you convert the 4th and 15, you keep the ball, the game keeps going. If you fail to convert it, your opponent takes over wherever the play stopped. But A.J. McCarron connected big time with Austin Prohl late in the game. And I got to admit, Austin came in clutch when his team needed him the most. And this is no exaggeration. But as a diehard Raiders fan, my man Austin, I guess because he wears number 13, really was out there looking like the XFL version of Hunter Renfrow. When it was third down or money down or they needed somebody to make a play, Austin stepped up and did the darn thing. So shout out to him. Shout out to A.J. McCarron. I'm glad the XFL is back. You know, I'm a big football fan, so I need as much football as I can get. And these boys definitely came to play. You can feel the passion from everybody on the field. The owners, The Rock and Danny Garcia, they showed up to each and every game, and they were definitely rewarded for it. So week 1 is in the books, and the XFL is off to a great start. And week 2 continues today. We got a game later on this afternoon and a couple of games tomorrow. So we'll be back.
What time is the game today?
Let me get that schedule for you. Hold up.
Yeah, give them the information.
2 was last week, too.
Well, week 2 actually started Thursday, but let's see. Next game up for today, we have. Come on. Oh, man. Coming up today, 7 o'clock, the DC Defenders take on the Vegas Vipers in Vegas. So it's going to be a good one. The Defenders are led by quarterback Jordan Teamu, former Ole Miss quarterback, and Luis Perez, who's definitely a veteran of spring football, leads the Vipers. So it should be a pretty darn good game.
Perez, God. Yo, he sucks. He sucks. I mean, he cannot read the defense, bro.
If you want to talk about somebody being bad, and I'm not trying to knock him because, you know, he had the talent to be scouted to play professional football, and I didn't. But Paxton Lynch, man, it might be time to go ahead and hang up the cleats, bro.
Yo, he just need to work at a bank. Just go get a 9-to-5.
NFL.
Mark, you also aren't 6'7". You know what I'm saying?
Go play basketball.
You know, if you were 6'7", I'm sure you got a shot too.
Hey,
holy hell, he sucked, man. Paxton
he got benched.
He can't cut it, bro.
And the refs gave him a touchdown he really shouldn't have had. That was a pick, if anybody saw it. But he got awarded with a touchdown pass, so I'll give him that. But he did not finish the game. So, I don't know. You got on Luis Perez, man, but I think Paxton Lynch is the real.
Yeah, Paxton Lynch he's the worst. Perez is bad. He's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the XFL, I'm gonna cast my vote for AJ McCarron to be MVP.
I have to admit, I ain't mad at it because he, in the 2 games that I've seen AJ play, he looked clutch. He looked poised. Like that Nick Saban boot camp that he went through at Alabama is definitely
What
paying
the
off.
hell he ain't doing that in the NFL for?
Exactly. Come on, man. Come on.
I said the same thing about Ben DiNucci, man. Ben DiNucci was balling out, yo.
Yeah, but Ben DiNucci
So
was
Vic Beasley too. He's the best player.
What up,
on that
Philly G?
defense.
Philly G.
What's happening,
Jackson
Philly
was
G?
good at Memphis, but he was bad in the pros. I didn't check him out in college.
Me neither.
Truly good at Memphis. I mean,
No, he lit
Did
it up.
anybody?
He lit it up at Memphis, but I mean, can't talk about that. You didn't.
What type of competition you playing at Memphis though?
American
Memphis, right?
American Conference, not
Yeah.
before Tulane started. To
Yeah, man, Memphis. What the hell? Yeah,
Hey man, don't sleep on the American Athletic. They done produced a couple of 1st-round picks. Teddy Bridgewater played in there. Blake Bortles.
The best thing that came out of Memphis was Derrick Rose. Best thing.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, maybe Penny Hardaway.
I say Penny.
I didn't say Penny.
No. Derrick Rose.
Hardaway was. Rose was an MVP though.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what I said. Derrick Rose.
Give him the edge.
But I mean, if you picking one to start your team.
Oh, I'm going with Penny all day long, twice on Sunday, baby.
Jake Elliott.
The kicker?
But
the kicker.
But yeah, host, that is on the mark for week 1 of the XFL. Had some really good football play all the way around. I was really impressed and entertained. So far, week 2 is off to a good start. So we'll see if they can keep the momentum going, and we'll report on it next week. Back to you, host.
Let's see if my outro will work now.
On the Mark with Young Mark is brought to you by the Real to Sports Podcast.
Hey, it works now. Wi-Fi is back on. AT&T, you owe me money, motherfucker. You owe me money. It's still messed up. I can't hear no more.
I'm having technical lighting difficulties over here.
So. Boy. Hold on.
Hey, man.
Keep kicking my mic
about
off.
Luis Perez, man. He done got you.
But if you guys can hear me, man, what do y'all think about the rules, the new rules with the XFL with the 4th and 15? You think the NFL should maybe think about something like that? I know it's a big change, but what do you guys think? And I'll be right back on that.
Man, I have to get used to something like that in the league, man. I don't know if I would like that in the league.
Yeah,
it's exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting, but right now, to me, the XFL feels a little gimmicky. You know what I mean?
That's been my biggest point, man. It's hard to almost take it serious when there's so many, the kickoff, and I think it's exciting. It's good to look at, but if as a football purist, I guess you would call it, it's just like almost cringy sometimes. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yep.
GC, what you think, bro?
Defense. I like it. The kickoff to me is fire. Like I was like, it's fire. Like they can't move until you catch the ball. It's like right there. Like I like that aspect of it. The 4th and 15 is really iconic because like the onside kick is like 1 in a million. Maybe 2 or whatever. But like,
if you the Saints in Super Bowl, it worked.
We one of a kind. That's why.
Now,
it'll be Denver making that call pretty soon.
Yo, the kickoff was pretty dope, though. It does, because that's one thing I hate about the NFL. They just took the kickoff out of the game, basically.
Yeah.
And when you got to play a big time kickoff returner like we do at Dallas, it takes away from us, man. We need them opportunities, to change the game. So I like that concept.
Big time over there in Dallas. I'm messing with
he actually came from. Did he come from not the XFL? It came from the
USFL.
USFL, yeah.
What's going on, man?
Nephew.
I think so. Deuce, I got a follow-up question for you. Like you mentioned being a football purist and whatnot. Wouldn't you like the 4th and 15 option because it's like giving you more football plays? Like instead of the game being in the hands of your kicker, you're putting your best 11 on offense against the best 11 on defense. Wouldn't that be
Yeah, I mean,
more to your liking?
I think when you put it like that, it's like almost letting your players decide the game rather than traditional football giving the ball right back.
Bounce of a ball.
But I mean, it's hard for me, man. I'm be honest with you. It's just you kind of take the punches, and I feel you. It's like you can completely take kneeling the ball out the game. Like all that kind of stuff is out, and guys walking on the field to shake hand with time still on the clock. You kind of take that away. Like you said, get more football, but the football player, the coach in me is just like, man, just kick the ball off.
You know what I like the most?
What's that?
The replay system. Like I think in week 1, they had like some kind of catch on the sideline. And they went to the command center, and he was like, well, I have a catch, I have control, I have the foot in bounds. I was like, that's fine. Like, that's needed in everything, especially in the NFL. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I feel like that was really all right. Philly G, bro.
We don't talk about kickers. We ain't talking about kickers.
Talk to him. Somebody get my man some help over there.
It's been a tough few weeks for my man. All right, look, he's taking little victories as he
what
can.
Up, Soho? Soho. What up, Soho?
What up?
Yeah, that replay. I wish they would have gotten the replay right in the daggone Orlando and Arlington game, but outside of that, I rock with it.
I like the command center. I like that. NFL, you need to do something like that. Mr. Positivity is in the building. So
Drew to the game.
Round up a collection plate to get Deuce a different color flag for that wall.
See, it ain't just me. It ain't just me, yo.
I don't know who Drift's team is, but if
he's a Baltimore Ravens.
I want you to know he's in your division.
Yeah. He don't want this one.
That's true to the game.
Look, you figure out where Lamar's going to be, and then we'll talk about my flag later on. But until you play Lamar Jackson, there's nothing for us to talk about.
Check out the new guy throwing blows.
Bang, bang.
There's nothing for us to talk about.
He said, ain't no Ricky Hazing over here, yo.
Word. Check out the new guy over here.
Okay, Deuce.
That's crazy, man. I think I got to move my stuff back on the other side of the room. I'm having some.
Host, do you want to drop your opinion on what you thought about the XFL?
I think it's great. I think I love the command center. I like that you got a couple of you get to see it at all different angles. As much as the computer I said the computer. The NFL just just blurting anything and anything out. I think the command center, they really take their time to look at it. You got, and two heads are better than one, so you got two guys in there that's looking at it at both angles. Now, the only thing is we got to make sure they're not on the payroll. You know what I'm saying? Because they call it at the end of it. I mean, they make the decision, but I like it. I like the command center, and it should be in the NFL. I think the NFL. That's I believe me and Mark was talking. The XFL is a little bit more loose, and it seems like in USFL as well. These guys, they look like they're having fun. They're playing for something, which is that XFL championship, that USFL championship. The NFL is kind of like, they sit back on cruise control. We get millions. I mean, yeah, we're paying for the Super Bowl, but if I don't make it, I still get millions. I mean, that is the highest right now. That is the highest level of football is the NFL. Mm-hmm. And I think they just cruising on that. But these guys are at the bottom trying to make the NFL. They're fighting for something. And I think that what makes the game a little bit more better, that they're actually fighting for something. And the refs the refs stay out of the way.
Yeah, I enjoy that. They let them hit and they let them have fun. So you always like that. I think probably my favorite thing about it right now is the fact that the game feels fast in the sense of I'm sitting here watching a whole 4-quarter football game where every second matters, but it didn't feel like I spent all day watching it. You know, like with
it went by so
the countless
fast.
commercials and the long replays and stuff in the NFL.
Yeah.
I ain't getting none of that with this, so I enjoy it for that regard.
I loved it.
At least the quarterback play ain't terrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, except Perez. He sucks. He sucks.
How do you guys feel about all right, so maybe I see a lot of these former league guys in the XFL and the USFL, and a part of me loves it because it's going to be exciting to have NFL talent in these leagues. Another part of me thinks about some of these other college cats that are coming out who are losing the spot to guys who have already made NFL money. What's y'all's opinion on that? That's just something I've been kind of battling with, and I would like to hear y'all's opinion on that.
Well, as a resident college football expert, I feel what you're saying, Deuce. But I think the beauty of where we're at right now is if you're a college athlete, you have options now, and that's kind of like the best part about it. You have more options than you ever had before. You have the NFL, you have the CFL, you have the XFL, and then pretty soon you have the USFL. The USFL just recently, last week, did their college draft where they drafted a bunch of players out of college. You had guys from Jackson State getting picked up. My man Chase Bryce from App State, who led that improbable victory over Texas A&M this past season, he got picked up. So a lot of those talented QBs that, you know, might have ran out of real estate, so to speak, and, you know, trying to make it in the NFL, now they have all these different varieties that they can pick from to continue their pro career. So I think we're in a good space where it's room for everybody at the table now.
Yeah. So much money going around, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
They got to do something with the money.
Yeah, it's just when you hear those Vic Beasleys who were, you know, top 5 picks, you know what I mean, that are going, and, you know, there's a lot of cats in college who, you know, like HBCU Legacy Bowls going on right now in New Orleans. You know, I think there's guys that are maybe, you know, maybe not just as talented, but are very good, you know, as a Vic Beasley that could come out and play now too. But I think, you know, guys like Vic who have already proven themselves because they, you know, who they are have gotten those shots. So I just wanted to bounce that one off of y'all, man.
Vic Beasley.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If Vic Beasley could go to a different league and be like the best DN and the captain of the defense, but I mean, like at the same time, this guy is well off into his 30s, maybe early 30s for sure.
By now, yeah.
So, I mean, I can see what dude's coming from with, like, hey, got another spot for somebody else. But this guy's a millionaire, like, for what?
Right.
Good point.
Yeah. You know, the talent gonna play anyway at the end of the day, you know.
Yeah. No doubt.
I think one other way to look at it, Deuce, you also got to have balance. And in fact, like, you need those hungry college stars who didn't get the chance, but also you're putting on the television product. So you need the NFL recognition that guys like Josh Gordon and Vic Beasley would bring just to get the eyeballs on the product.
No doubt. I agree.
But see,
100%.
I feel like Josh Gordon's situation and Vic Beasley's situation is different.
Why you say that?
Because, like, Josh Gordon has the NFL money and all that stuff, yeah. But we know Josh Gordon's situation. You know,
True.
Even he was like, stay off the weed. Like, yeah, we
Can't
get
do
it.
that.
You know,
Can't do that with the practice players.
But Vic Beasley, he just didn't thrive like that.
Yeah.
But he still made money.
Yeah.
And Josh Gordon was looking damn good. And is he probably the best receiver over there? Well, if we had to pick him, we are like 2 weeks in. So, I mean, yeah, Josh Gordon, but even then, like, he's looking really good over there.
I think Martavius is there too.
Yeah,
he plays for Vegas.
And it's you know, he's doing the same things he was able to do when he was on the field, you know, barring his off the field stuff too. So
I know he begging for a quarterback.
Yeah, for sure.
Good Lord.
Hey, yo.
Good
Host,
God,
at this rate, you gonna lead the league in disagreements with Luis Perez more than I
bro.
the league
I
in
cannot.
disagreements with the host.
Yo,
God,
if he had a fan club in the mall, I kick that table over.
Good God.
Kick that shit over. Like he sucked. God, man. I'm like, oh my God, bro. I can feel when people around me. But you can't feel when a defensive tackle is coming at you, bro.
In his defense, he didn't pick up football until he got to college. So
He seemed like he still ain't picked it up.
I mean, but still on the ground.
Holy smoke, bro!
Hey, Mr. Perez, I tried, bro. I tried.
Yeah, he ate more turf than he made good passes. Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
But,
Wow.
well, that's the XFL, man. We're gonna jump into the NFL here. Damian Woody, y'all know who he is. Oh, Damian
Oh,
Woody.
Lord.
Yeah, bro. Damian Woody. This is Damian Woody's top 5 offensive pickups. Well, off-season pickups here. Now, he said and you guys, I go to each one of you guys, see if y'all agree or disagree, and I know it's going to be a slew of disagrees on this. Number 1, Jimmy G to the Raiders. Number 2, T. Higgins to the Giants. Number 3, Derek Carr to the New Orleans Saints. Number 4, Lamar Jackson to the Falcons. And number 5, Aaron Rodgers to the Jets. Let the disagreements rain down. Let's start with our special guest today, Big Deuce. What do you think about Damian Woody's top 5 off-season pickups here? Is he right or is he wrong? Is he off? Is he drunk? Is he stupid? Tell me something.
I mean, he's got a little bit of thing going. I think Drift would agree that Lamar needs to go to Atlanta. No, I'm just playing. But I mean, I really like that third one, man. I know GC's not a fan of it, but I think Derek Carr is a good bridge quarterback for New Orleans.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if he can get it done per se, but I think he'll get you to getting your next guy and figuring everything out. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, you can bring in a young guy there, and with the offensive coordinator and the play calling right now, I don't see much of a difference. So that's where I am with that right now, though.
Mm-hmm. Do you think if Derek Carr goes to the Saints, do you think he will be the best quarterback in that division?
As of right now, I would say, yeah. I mean, yeah. Tampa is going to probably either draft a guy or Kyle Trask is over there, and there's no telling what's going to be in Atlanta unless they make the move to sign Lamar, and then Carolina changes their quarterback every 6 weeks. So, I mean, I think if you want to, because the first step is winning your division. I think Derek Carr can come in and help the Saints win their division. And at least host a home playoff game going into the playoff.
I think he can get the Saints right. I think so. He said, "I like how the first thing out of his mouth was number 8." I see we're gonna have a war right here with you to the game. Get on the show.
What drew you to the game? Why they say poke the bear?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Street, what you think about your boy Damian Woody?
I like a couple of them. I like the one with he said Rodgers to the
Jets.
To the Jets. I like that one. I think they just missing a quarterback.
Yeah.
T. Higgins to the Giants. I think that would be a great move for them. I think they're missing a big time receiver.
Yeah, you go. Big.
And I think T. Higgins, I think he could be a number 1.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Out there with Chase, he's seen as a number 2. But I think he's a number 1 in his own right. By all means, he's a number 1. So I like that one. Derek Carr. Oh, God. I'm just saying, I'm just not a believer in.
Well, that's Street. So what you think about?
I'm just not a believer in Carr. But as far as if he goes there, I think he will be the best quarterback in that conference if he goes there. Because it's not a lot of quarterbacks in that conference, so that may be a good pickup for them. And I can't remember the last one what he said, but definitely the one I like best is the T.
Falcons.
I think they're trying to relive the Michael Vick experience with with him going down there.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see I don't know about the talent down there in Atlanta really for him to go down there, man.
No,
Atlanta got some talent now.
For a guy like Lamar,
jumps off
Drake London.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like London. I like Pitts, but Pitts, he came and went this year,
Yeah.
And probably because of the quarterback. But
don't forget Cordell Patterson.
yeah, Cordell.
And
Yeah,
That running back behind him, Tyler something, I forgot his name.
Yeah, Atlanta ain't that far off. They just need a consistent
they
quarterback.
far off. They
Yeah.
far
What?
off. Don't get it twisted.
in that
The
division,
Falcons?
if you get a quarterback there, you can really run that division right now because there's no quarterbacks in that division. You know,
There's nobody there. It's not even a team there.
so
All
if
of
he
them
went,
suck.
he would be the best quarterback in that division by far. If Lamar went to Atlanta, so
Yeah.
you know, just by de facto of being him being the best quarterback, they probably be the best team in the conference.
Wait a minute, though. Wait a minute. Hold up. We're talking about the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
Compared to Carolina, Tampa Bay is rebuilding. I think Carolina don't have a quarterback, and the Saints don't have a quarterback. So if he did go there, I think he would be the best quarterback.
The Saints got the best team though. They're the best stacked team in that division.
I don't know.
When they play.
I'm not sure about that.
Because they have a lot of money that sits on the sidelines.
True, very true. But when you had the likes of Jarvis Landry, Cam Jordan, Marshawn Lattimore, Alvin Kamara, I mean, come on, man! Like they got a nice team compared to Carolina and Sam Darnold and DJ Moore. That stops. And then you got in Tampa, you got Mike Evans, Leonard Fournette. That stops. So I mean, so you know what I'm saying? They got more. I think New Orleans got more dogs than all of them in that division. They got more. To me, they got more of a promise.
I don't know, man.
Wait, New Orleans is a good team. They just got to get a quarterback.
I haven't been healthy in 3 years, dog.
I don't know, man. Offensively,
since they lost Drew Brees, it's kind of like took everything away from New Orleans. But they still, if they get, I wouldn't say not a Drew Brees level type dude, but if they get a solid quarterback like Derek Carr, I think they can do something, man.
I've been saying the same thing. I mean, down here, bro, you should hear the Saints fans. I don't know what they want, to be honest with you.
I think they need a little bit more than that now. I don't know about that.
What you think they need, Street?
I think they need a receiver. I like the little speedster they got. You know what I mean? I like him. But the other receiver, he can't stay healthy. I forgot his name, Keyshawn Johnson's cousin. He can't stay healthy. We got the ankle injuries all the time. You know what I mean? He just can't stay healthy.
Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas. He can't stay healthy. Kamara, is he at bell cow? He's getting a little long in the tooth now. He's getting a little long in the tooth. They might need to be looking for a replacement there. Cam Jordan is getting a little long in the tooth. You know what I mean? So in that division, man, y'all might not believe this, but I think Carolina, if they get the quarterback right, man, I think they're primed to go. I really do, man. I like their run game. I like their defense. The defense is solid. Horn come back healthy. That's what really I think the reason that they lost the game that against Tampa Bay. They lost, J.C. Horn. Yeah. But I like Carolina, man. I think Frank's gonna get in there and do some things. Right now, don't nobody have a quarterback to me. None of them have a quarterback.
No, they don't. But still, even right now, the Saints got who? Jameis Winston?
Come on now, stop.
No, I'm not gonna say Taysom Hill.
Come on now, stop now.
Oh, come on, man. If Taysom Hill start right now, he'd be the best quarterback in that division.
Nah, I still think I even give it to Sam Darnold over Taysom Hill now. Come on.
Nah, bro.
Yes.
You bugging.
Come on, man. Taysom Hill.
So I think Street, you could correct me, but I think what you're saying is at the quarterback position. If we're just speaking of quarterback.
A quarterback, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Not the best athlete to put
Not
back
the best
there.
athlete.
Okay.
Quarterback.
But what would you have? Would you have an athlete, or do you just want a quarterback?
I mean, I want an athlete that can play quarterback. That wouldn't hurt.
That'd be ideal.
Yeah, that'd be ideal. But I just don't think Taysom Hill is that dude. I mean, he's a hell of a player now. Don't get me wrong. He's a hell of a football
like this.
I take him. I take him.
And Taysom Hill. They're gonna get you the same amount of wins at the end of the day.
Probably.
Mr. President, you sit up there silent night. What you think, man?
I think Derek to the Saints, and I've been back and forth predicting this with GC for years. Derek Carr and the Saints is like the most surefire bet out of any free agency pickup there is right now, just because it'd be the best defense Derek has ever played with, and just the most complete team overall that he's ever had in his career.
Downtown. Good shot.
I think the Saints, if they can land Derek Carr and get a running mate for Alvin Kamara, whether it be the draft or free agency, they'll be all right. Like I could easily, at the moment they put pen to paper with Derek, I would immediately pick them to win the division without question. Win the division and be in the playoffs.
Sounded like a little bias, a little home bias. Going on right there. I tell you.
It's not even home. It's not
DC.
home. It's honestly Wall Street. Believe it or not, it's not. And the main reason I say that is because Tampa literally has to rebuild. They have no other choice at this point, so they out. Carolina is like in between rebuild and being a winning team, and their quarterback situation is so shaky. I don't know what they're gonna do. So I feel like the only real competition the Saints would have would be in Atlanta, but Atlanta right now has got to choose between Mariota or Desmond Ridder. So if you put Desmond Ridder back in there, you're going off of a second-year quarterback. So again, there's really no other challenger in that division to really get them some competition, at least right now on paper, because we all know how predicting divisions and offseason goes. But yeah, that's no home cooking when I say that. I believe if Derek went there, I'm easily picking the Saints to be in the playoffs. No question.
Oh yeah.
The only shaky thing that he said, in my opinion, was Lamar. Just because if Lamar goes to Atlanta, I don't know, if Atlanta had the cap space to sign him to the deal that Lamar is asking for and or worth. And then also I feel like Atlanta still needs some more pieces on the defensive side of the ball before they can become a competitive team. And it's hard to build a competitive team when you got that huge giant quarterback contract on your books. So
yeah.
That's the only shaky one for me.
Yeah.
But if Aaron Rodgers were to go to
nobody else.
Said the Falcons. Due to the game, said Falcons can't afford them. Look,
Who
a lot of rappers.
I'm
gonna say this: a lot of rappers in Atlanta. A lot of rappers in Atlanta.
I heard that's where the players play.
Hey, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm just saying, bro. I mean,
who are the Falcons paying for them not to have money though? They're not paying nobody. I don't think.
I don't think they just got a big budget anyway.
Still paying on that stadium.
They're also still paying part of Matt Ryan's huge contract too.
Oh God, yeah. They got like another 2 years of that, right? It's like another year or two.
The Colts took a majority of it, but the Falcons still had to pay a little bit.
Yeah, they got a hit of it too. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. But it's something out of this list, man. You guys just kind of put under the radar a little bit, man. At T. Higgins to the Giants.
I like that.
That's a very interesting, because T. Higgins is a wide receiver that's looking to be from under the shadows of Jamar Chase. I mean, T. Higgins could be that guy. And I think somebody said that he could be a number one, which he could be. But I
want to get paid.
Yeah. But also, he wants to be that guy. And he could definitely be that guy with the Giants, who desperately needs a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Host, my only challenge with that is
go ahead, man.
Huh?
My only challenge with that particular scenario is if I'm New York, I already have to pay Saquon. I already might have to pay Daniel Jones as well. Do I have enough cap space to also sign a big time free agent receiver when I have holes on both sides of the ball that I need to fill?
Do you really have to pay?
Right.
Do you really have to pay Saquon though?
I think Saquon earned it.
I will do that.
If it was me and I was the GM of the Giants, if I'm the GM of the Giants, I would look at T. Higgins to see what he's asking for, and if it's a reasonable price, I'll bring him in. But remember, this wide receiver class coming out of the draft is deep. So you can get a phenomenal wide receiver for your quarterback at a much cheaper price on a rookie deal than trying to sign a big name free agent when you got so many other things to do with that team.
You gotta be careful with that though, Mark. Yeah, be careful with signing them rookie wide receivers. Sometimes they don't pan out. T. Higgins proven
That's a Dallas thing. That's a Dallas thing. The wide receivers not working out.
But the Giants got enough rookies as it is. I think they need a dog. And T. Higgins is not a dog, but he can be. And don't forget about Galladay. He's done. And then you can put Darius Slayton on the market. Shumpert, he's done too. So you got money floating around there that you can get this guy.
They need him.
They need him bad.
I'm not
They need
denying that they need him.
Oh yeah, they need him because they will
I'm not
beat
going
the
nowhere near.
D-Rick, what D-Rick? D-Rick,
Our franchise Saquon.
D-Rick, if you don't get a receiver, you will not beat the Dallas Cowboys. I tell you that, bro. You will not beat the Cowboys. I'm telling you, you have to get a dog. I've said this time and time again in the show. You have to get a dog in order to compete. You need a dog receiver. You need a dog.
T. Higgins. I'm not moving. Like, you don't go Joe Burrow to Daniel Jones?
Man, you gotta go get that money, man. If you T. Higgins, you're not gonna be able to pay Burrow, Chase, and him.
Ooh,
don't forget Tyler Boyd.
Paragraphs a day. If you don't want to pay him, don't be scared of a conference trade. Ravens don't want to pay him nor play against him. The organization needs to sell to an owner that can run it efficiently.
Boy, he going after the owner.
Yeah, you kicking him straight in the nuts. Holy smoke, Drew.
But if I'm Drew to the game, though,
he's right though.
I 100% agree with what Drew to the game is saying.
Yeah, I agree with him.
But I'm trying to think, like, is there really a team in the NFC that, like, I don't know, got the resources to trade for Lamar, or like to even entice Lamar to want to come play for them?
So you, the owner, you give Lamar that money, you give him that cash.
I don't see why not, because at least if I pay this dude, I'm paying somebody who represents my franchise well, who plays really well, who puts butts in the seats. Most importantly, I mean, what reason do you have not to pay him?
Who's been hurt the last 3 years? Let's don't forget that.
You've built this team around him. Like, this isn't a team where another guy can come in and step in and play in the system.
Absolutely.
Tyler Huntley,
they done got rid of that
straight for him. So I don't see why you don't just go ahead and get the dude his money, to be honest with you.
I think they're not gonna pay him. They done switched up offensive coordinators. So the system not gonna be like it was before. So I mean, why should you go out there and give him 250 plus million? And he's been hurt the last 3 years, man. I'm telling you, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it as an owner. I just don't see I couldn't wrap my head around giving one player that much money that hasn't gotten me to a conference championship, hasn't sniffed it, hasn't even sniffed one. So I just can't see it. He ain't been in no conference championship.
That's the owner too.
He got close when they
only counting horseshoes and hand grenades, man.
He's gotten closer than Dallas.
Well, that ain't hard to do, you know.
and not to mention, Lamar has already won a league MVP. So when you competing against guys like Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, and Brady,
they don't
over those guys.
They don't need another pass catcher. Kevin Ridley will be coming off that suspension.
Yeah.
Hey, not T. Higgins to the Jags, but T. Higgins to the Steelers.
He don't want to go play with that rookie quarterback, that young quarterback.
All I'm gonna say is the Steelers had a very nice route running, great hands receiver, and they cut him for no apparent reason. But I digress.
Who's in
Detroit?
Talking about Chase?
Detroit?
No, sir.
You talking about?
I'm an Oklahoma State fan. Y'all cut my boy James Washington.
Oh, James Washington. Well, he's in Dallas now. I mean,
we let
Dallas
his ass
cut
go
him
too.
See?
Yeah, we got rid of him.
Didn't he like
Drew to the game said, hell to the dugout. T. Higgins to Pittsburgh.
You can have Mark, you can have Mason Rudolph back.
No, I'm good.
No, you want your Oklahoma State guy. You can have him back.
No, sir. No, sir.
Said, Mason, anybody want this dude?
I don't want
I'm an Oklahoma State fan. I want no parts. Not with my Ravens. No, sir.
I got Jameis and Andy over here, so I'm okay.
Yeah, you said who?
I got Jameis and Andy over here, so I'm okay on Mason.
I'll take Andy Dalton. It's a safe quarterback. Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton.
Yeah, he's a safe quarterback. You got Cooper Rush?
Hey man, Cooper Rush a winner, man. Y'all can say what y'all want to about
Andy Dalton is too.
We had Andy Dalton. We had our spiel with Andy Dalton. We got his ass about here.
But he got you through. He got you through. I mean, you got 6 games, but I mean,
He like to
got
get Andy Dalton almost got killed out there on the field with us, man. He'll knock him out the game.
And Andy's consistently an underachiever.
There you go.
Consistently.
But consistent though. He don't suck.
Consistent.
He don't suck,
This
bro.
thing
But I mean,
let down, bro. Like,
consistent.
and the thing is, Andy could go from red hot to red cold in 3 plays.
Yes.
Facts.
Like,
And age is
like
catching
we-
up to him, of course.
That was my problem with the whole Jameis thing, though. Andy got in doing very, very similar Jameis Winston-like things, and they just gave him a longer
I
leash.
was just-
And I don't understand why, because they've done the same thing in their careers. They've been somewhere where they were the guy, it didn't pan out, and now they've bounced around. I just don't understand why y'all gave him a longer leash than Jameis.
confident as Allen, because I didn't care for neither one of them.
Yeah.
I knew Jameson couldn't be my quarterback when he was eating his fingers on the field and stuff, man. Okay. My quarterback can't be out there doing foolishness like that.
And he's
man.
a Seminole.
Yeah, man.
Oh, what T-Rock it?
Can't get with that.
T-Rock,
All
boy,
I-
he said
all
something
I'ma
about the
say is-
Seminoles.
Yeah, he is. You don't like that.
You don't
Wall
like that,
Street.
boy.
I gave you that fire opening, that fire intro. Can you bring up that man's name in front of me, dog? Come on, bro. I thought we was gonna be cool today, man.
Hey, man, I apologize, my brother.
He said, Lucia the Game said the system was designed for around Greg Roman, not Lamar. He's still on the Greg Roman. He got hurt standing in the pocket looking for wide receivers we don't have to throw to. Right. You better off throwing to somebody in the
So
crowd.
once, if I'm Lamar, I don't want to go back because I have no receivers.
Yeah,
Come
you got
think
no
about
receivers.
it. Hey, come think about it. The Ravens could use T. Higgins. Now they need a receiver like that now.
Bad.
You know what I mean?
Trade
Hell.
Ronnie Stanley.
So your tight end could quit being your leading receiver every game.
Okay.
Fresh. Get
So
some-
Deuce, I'm gonna give you some advice from a veteran of the Real to Sports podcast to you. Don't mention what's that man name? What was
Greg.
what's the coach name from Minnesota to get Q triggered every time?
Oh,
Don't mention
Frazier.
Leslie Frazier. Don't mention Leslie Frazier to Q. Don't mention Greg Roman that drew to the game. And please, for the love of God, don't mention anything Philadelphia related to Philly G. All
I ain't
right?
lying. And if you do,
Get your popcorn.
Right.
get your popcorn ready because they go, oh boy, I'm gonna have to meet them though, boy. They will go, especially with Q and Leslie Frazier. And the reason why, because of Leslie Frazier, because he stopped Adrian Peterson from making the all-time single record. He only had like 3 yards to get it, and he stopped it, man. I was like, wow, man. Holy hell. That was crazy. That was crazy. One more, man, before we get into basketball. I know this sounds crazy what I'm about to say, but the Jets is okay, man. I think the Jets with Aaron Rodgers, we know it's not going to happen. I mean, you guys got intelligent football minds. We know it's not going to happen, but it's every year it's always something with Aaron Rodgers. Oh, Aaron Rodgers might go here, or Aaron Rodgers might go there. Like, but we know he's not going to the Jets. But let's just say if this happens, the Jets will be in a great position if that happens, by the fairy godmother waving a wand. But that would definitely that'll do the Jets real good because the Jets ain't that bad. I mean,
I just need a quarterback, man.
They've been one of the most cursed franchises at the quarterback position in
there you go.
the history of the NFL. Man.
Hackenberg.
Like, I don't know what kind of deal Joe Namath made with the devil when he won that Super Bowl, but they ain't been right since, man.
Right.
Ever since I like the Chad Pennington when they had Chad Pennington.
I did.
I like
Chad
him.
Pennington too. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
good.
Andrew.
Chad Pennington.
I give you Pennington.
Yeah.
He was just
I'll
never
give
the
you
same
Chad.
after that, really.
Yeah.
And Sanchez, that was a defensive led team when Sanchez was there.
Mark Sanchez.
Facts. Bryce
Definitely
Petty.
getting his AB on right now.
Bryce
butt fumble.
motherfucking Petty.
Oh,
Petty.
since you're talking about the Jets, I got a question for Deuce. You being a Steeler fan and all, and the Jets being a team that's like one quarterback away, Do you think if Mitch Trubisky left y'all and went to the Jets would be better than they are right now?
So Mitch is a guy who, to me, can't figure out which way he wants to go. He's very talented when he's using his legs and throwing the ball, but it's almost like he sits in the pocket because I have to. I need to sit here, pat the rock, and then he winds up making bad decisions. I don't see them being any better with Mitch at the helm. I think if they're going to go get a guy, it needs to be, either a guy, you know what I mean, like a true number one dude, or just kind of just get there until next year and try to draft one.
There you go.
You know what I mean? But I wouldn't waste a 1-year deal or 2-year deal on Mitch Trubisky. Absolutely not.
I ain't wasting anything on Mitch Trubisky. He was overdrafted from the first, from the start, and that's the only reason they keep on giving him all these opportunities, man. He was just overdrafted. You know what I mean? He was drafted too high.
They recycling guys who haven't done anything.
Yeah.
And he was thrown with the Bears, though. I mean, he was just.
I mentioned that just because I'm like, well, everybody keeps trying to put Aaron Rodgers with the Jets. Well, what if they can't get Aaron Rodgers, and then what if Derek Carr signs to somebody else? You know what I mean? Like, what do they do? You know?
Woo! Yeah, they screwed. Yeah, that's a good point, Mark. That's a good point.
Zach
stay with Pat White.
Is almost up there.
White?
Yeah, you got to stay with White. You got to coach him up. I think he played good when he won't hurt.
Definitely.
Yeah.
He broke his ribs late in the season, man, and things just don't heal
overnight. He put his body on the line for that team.
Yeah,
man.
Right.
I think he played well.
He won't survive. He won't survive in the AFC.
He beat the young kid out. He beat their little number 1 draft pick out.
Zach,
I could beat him out.
Yeah, hey man. What can I say? I'll stay with White. If I couldn't get the quarterback, I
see where you're going, Street, because you're trying. White had the momentum.
He did. He played well.
So you go with. I understand. I agree with you.
I think he's a guy that the team can rally around.
Yeah, give him a whole off season.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I understand. Okay, I'm with you on that.
Go ahead and name him the starter from the jump, and see where it goes.
So now
you
what
brought
do you do?
go ahead.
No, go ahead, GC.
No, you brought up Mitchell Trubisky, and you kind of sent me into like a dark moment I had with my pops. So we were talking about quarterbacks one year when before Jameis had came. Well, he might have already had Jameis, and I don't know if my pops was just drunk or if he was just like having a bad day. But this man looked me in my eyes and told me, if the Saints get Mitchell Trubisky, they can win the Super Bowl. And I looked and I was like, what? Who, sir? Like, what? I was just dumbfounded. I was like, Mitchell Trubisky is trash, bro.
Yeah, I don't see all this faith in him.
I would not watch Saints football if Mitchell Trubisky ever plays.
I said the same thing, G.
Yeah.
I told you from the start. I said by week 5, it would not be the starter.
It was a rough 7 weeks, bro.
This kid sounded big.
It was a rough 7 weeks.
Use those
picks. I can't believe he ever told me that.
I'll go for Stroud before I go for Bryce. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would.
We're not going down this road.
Bryce wouldn't do good with that system.
Please, next subject.
I'm not against Bryce, but if I had the 2, I'm taking CJ.
Yeah, I'm taking CJ on that. Yeah,
I am.
There we go.
Yeah, I take CJ on that. Bryce is not fit for that. I don't think he's fit for that. Bryce is a cool, calm,
Ohio State quarterback ever panned out?
Huh?
Ohio State quarterback ever pans out?
No. How the narrative just changed about quarterbacks. You can rally around that, put their body on the lines. I think Lamar.
It's not till recently that Alabama quarterbacks have panned out now.
I mean, do you technically count Joe Burrow? Do you technically count? Okay.
Wait, hold on. I got
if that's the case, then you can't count Jalen.
You can't take Jalen Hurts. Street. Thank you.
Oh my God.
They always take the guys when it benefits them.
Yeah.
He bent the kid who transferred. Lincoln Riley helped make him the quarterback he is. He is no longer your guy.
That's right.
I like Deuce. I like what Deuce just said.
Philly G
with this, man.
Yeah, I agree with Deuce.
Philly G, hear this
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Yo.
he just
Hear
preached
this
that
man.
one, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, Deuce,
Alabama.
say
I'm a
it again, bro. Say it
I'm a
again,
big
flat.
fan of Jalen, but the way he was trending, if he doesn't go to Oklahoma, he's probably a GA in Tuscaloosa.
I like Deuce. I like Deuce. Give me Deuce for president.
Super
Vice
talented, great
president.
guy, but until he was able to go there and learn how to be a quarterback, it wasn't trending for him.
Yes.
Philly G, where you at, bro? Where you at,
Yes.
Philly G?
Yeah, you can't
Yes.
you can't break up with me and then try to,
Yes.
when I'm successful, then
Come on,
claim
Deuce.
that I'm yours now.
Thank you.
Get
Come
out of
on,
here.
Deuce. That's what I'm talking about.
Can't get with that.
Not at all.
Word.
It's like
So
me
if you look at it that way,
Jalen Hurts played 2 years and won Bama a chip. True.
He had success at Bama. What success did Burrow have at Ohio State? No.
Oh, you talking about winning Oklahoma?
I agree with what GC said though about Ohio State quarterbacks ain't really been working out.
Holy smoke,
I
Deuce.
agree with him on that.
or
Deuce
Alabama
got my
quarterbacks.
Deuce got my adrenaline pumping, bro.
and then-
Because he said
and then
Lincoln
Street said-
Riley. Lincoln Riley.
Got to give it to him.
You
Hurts
gotta
Hurts might
give
be
it
the
to that
first
man,
Alabama
bro.
quarterback. Well, Tua stay hurt, but Hurts might be the first Alabama quarterback to pan out to really do something. I ain't talking about them the old ones back in the '60s. I ain't talking about them.
I was about to come after you, dog.
I'm not going back to Kent Stabler and all that. I'm not knocking you. At the same time, the reason Bama quarterback didn't pan out is because Bama just played smash mouth football. We didn't need a quarterback on the field.
No.
That's true.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, defense handled
I
that.
don't think anybody ain't gonna argue with
But
that.
I'm talking about the
No,
guys
hell
like
no.
AJ McCarron and them guys that come from Alabama. They ain't
AJ
pan out.
McCarron was
No, they
just
didn't.
there.
AJ McCarron got us back-to-back championships.
Think
No.
about it.
Oklahoma State got y'all back-to-back championships, bro. My bad. I had to say that.
You good. But Mac
Think about it.
Mac
Go.
Jones is I mean,
Oh, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna just leave it at this.
okay.
When Tua started playing, he broke Alabama records in 7 weeks, if not less. And I'm talking about all-time records.
Yeah.
Tua was stepping back, just throwing.
Yeah,
He just
totally different.
he was
offense.
throwing home runs like every time.
Every other game it was a different record Tua had, and he only been playing 4 seasons.
Yeah.
But what I ain't trying to like take away from him. But wasn't Lane Kiffin his coordinator when he was doing that?
And Henry Ruggs was his wide receiver.
Kiffin
Yeah, he had a gang of wide
Stable of wide receivers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
was gone already.
Man.
Kiffin was at Florida Atlantic or something like that.
Okay.
I know one thing. He beat Georgia. But the Bulldogs, they don't talk about that. That's a whole nother subject. They don't want to talk about that though. But I mean, they don't want to talk about that. Soho said, "Give me my boy Bryce. I like Bryce, but I think Bryce is more like the Undertaker. I think he's just slow and methodical. I don't think he's as athletic as CJ. CJ is in a whole nother universe.
He's
as
just
far
so
as
small.
athleticism. Yeah, he's small.
We just try to think about
A
the
quarterback being
quarterbacks.
small doesn't matter.
But
It
I'm
doesn't.
saying,
It doesn't
outside
because
of-
Drew Brees was small.
I'm about
And
to
he's one of
say,
the greatest
but-
quarterbacks of all time.
G, to your point, that's your style of quarterback. Like I'm sure you would
Thanks.
love to see Bryce in a Saints uniform. It reminds you of, the
But
glory
I
days.
would-
Deuce.
But
This is
I
National
would like
Deuce
to see
Day.
Bryson Indy.
This is Deuce Day. This is National Deuce Day right here. Deuce is
What'd you say,
killing
G?
I mean, hey, it is February,
That's
so
it.
it's the Deuce month.
Word.
It's not that I don't think he can play in the league or anything. It's just that I wouldn't take him number one if I was,
No.
if I-
My whole thing is I was skipping this conversation because of what happened last week between me and Street. And he was talking about who did Bama play. And I was like, well, who did Stroud play? Stroud played against the children of the blind every other week.
True. Very true. Very, very true. Very true.
And then the other weeks he might have Wisconsin.
His biggest dog was
Michigan.
Michigan.
They've
Yeah, that was
been
his biggest
beating
one.
on. He beat on Michigan for
Facts.
a year and then lost to Michigan twice. But Michigan really just came back. CJ Stroud plays nobody. Bryce has Georgia,
Alabama don't
A&M,
really play nobody.
LSU.
yeah, they ain't playing nobody.
But-
Come on, let's don't get LSU is down. They not the LSU with that
No.
Burrow was there on.
Hell
Them
no.
boys was there. Yeah,
Hell
you know what I mean?
no.
I just don't see.
my anus. Nah,
Our-
whatever.
Our competition would smash that entire conference any day of the week.
So I have one more question for Deuce. Since back to the original subject, if the Jets don't get Aaron Rodgers and Derek Carr, and we feel like they're one quarterback away, I'm gonna get hammered for this in the live comments and by some people on the panel. I already know, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Do you think if they can pick up Baker Mayfield, they'd be better off
Stop
where
it.
they are now?
Stop it.
Hear me and hear me well, Mark. Absolutely not. He was a slightly more talented Johnny Manziel, and it's been like that from the jump. I've never been on his train, bro. And I think he's shown that he's a locker room problem too. You know, I mean, it just don't seem like anybody wants to play for him. You know, we saw when Odell and Jarvis were there, they were frustrated just because, you know, it looked like he would look their way, they'd be open, and he'd go somewhere else, you know. And I just think you can't win if your quarterback isn't, you know, at least moving forward, trying to pull some guys with him, you know. But I can't get with Baker. I can't.
Yeah. Yeah, not a big Baker fan either, but you already know how I feel about Baker. And Baker, yeah, he need to be a backup quarterback, man.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield.
Baker
I
needs to
ain't
go
mean
be
to
a
trigger
GA
you, right? I
and
ain't mean to trigger
Oklahoma.
you.
That's a fact, G. That's a
God.
fact.
Look.
He think doing all.
Hey,
He
hey, Mark,
think
8 Mile is that way.
he
Good
think
Lord. Baker
throwing touchdowns in
Mayfield.
Oklahoma and doing all these little dances, you know, trying to be, you know, somebody that he not.
The best of the
You know,
garbage.
he's gonna.
One
I agree.
of.
I
One
agree.
of.
Yeah.
One of.
He's up
I
there.
tried.
He's definitely
I'm
in the
not
pile
gonna
of
lie.
garbage that's been
I-
there. He's definitely at the top of the pile of garbage.
I like the man though. I can't
What's in
even
your
front.
cup, Mark?
You like Johnny Football?
You was there. I like Johnny Football. I just think he felt.
Take Mike Evans away, and then we'll talk.
Johnny Football. You even got the
Okay.
nerve to call this dude football?
In
mean
all,
Johnny
in all,
mistake after
in all
mistake?
seriousness, Johnny
Once
Johnny
again.
Manziel might be the biggest bust of professional sports.
Oh God! Say
Once
it again,
again,
Mark.
he
I think you just
failed.
redeemed yourself.
He's not the biggest bust. I know who actually is the biggest bust, but
Yeah.
he fell to the Cleveland Browns,
Yeah,
who went
I
through
know who-
200 quarterbacks, and
Everybody know Johnny had little off the field problems, man. That
I'm
was
trying to
great.
figure out who was worse than that. I wouldn't even say Ryan Leaf was that bad.
Nah, the cat from LSU was pretty bad, bro.
Jamarcus
Jamarcus Russell.
Marcus Russell.
But I hear
And he
hearing
was a
his
number one. He was a
story-
number one draft pick too.
Yeah, he
So,
was.
Hearing this story from him though, it gave me a different perspective of
Me too.
what went down.
yeah,
Me too. Me too.
yeah. Give me a
Definitely.
different perspective, bro.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
He's
boy,
still-
you
he's
just
still
can't
suck,
mess that
man.
opportunity up.
You got to perform.
You
We
gotta
have
perform.
that year. We had Andrew Walter, Marcus Tuiasosopo, and Jamarcus Russell. Oh boy, I am glad that era is over. Holy smoke!
Y'all ain't done much better.
No, until DC came. But that right
Ain't
there,
done much
oh
better.
my god!
Ain't done much
Wall
better.
Street. That's number 2, bro. That's number 2.
Oh, you talking about? Oh, wait a minute.
He done cut me
Cowboys?
twice today, bro. He done cut me twice today, man. That's
There's
crazy.
no
Hey,
need,
man.
man, to go with the Cowboys. That's there's
Y'all
no
see
need.
it back there.
Well, there's no need to go with the They back there? Let me see.
Oh,
Let me
yeah.
see. Let me see where
Oh,
they
yeah.
at right now. Let me see.
Oh yeah, there they
Is that
go.
the
Oh,
triplets?
okay. Oh,
Now
Good
that
grief.
one
I
in
see
the
him.
middle, that double deuce up there, that 22.
Man, he
Oh,
was shit eater.
The 88, the playmaker. And then my boy Aikman, I don't want to make this Cowboy rant, but my boy Aikman don't get nearly enough credit when they talk about great quarterbacks. You know what I mean? Because we ran the ball a lot. But he was a big-time, big-game quarterback, man. Troy Aikman. And tough as
I give it
nails,
to you.
too.
I give it to you. I give it to you. He
Tough
was.
as nails, man.
Yeah, Troy Aikman was a
Yes,
good
I don't-
quarterback. He's
But
very
how come he come from
accurate.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, he was very accurate. He never hardly threw a bad pass.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah, man.
Yeah, but you got
We
Michael
built- we
Irvin and
built your
Alvin Harper.
quarterbacks.
Alvin Harper, he was a leaper, dude. He just throw that
Yeah.
shit up to Alvin Harper. He's going to get it.
Novacek,
mean,
you know what I'm saying? Everybody forgot
yeah.
about old Novacek cutting you in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I mean,
And I hate when I think that is one of the best offensive of all time. I mean, I'll put him up against anybody.
So next going to
I remember where I left off, but I heard Michael Irvin name come up.
He said the best offense of all time. What?
Yes.
Oh
yes.
my God.
Who?
The Cowboys, that 93,
Nah,
94 team, one of the best offenses of all
Street,
time, man.
I would say top 5, no doubt.
Bro, it wasn't nothing that we couldn't do. We could run the ball down your throat.
Though. They weren't better than the 49ers, though.
What you mean? We beat the 49ers. We went in there and beat them.
But beating them
We
is
beat
one
the
thing,
49ers.
but playing better than them
In the NFC Championship game. Look at the numbers, man. We ran the
What
ball.
was y'all in 94?
We passed the ball. That messed up field and that rainy sod of a mud.
That sounds like an
man.
excuse.
Yeah, man. And that big pass interference call. I still remember it. Deion Sanders pass interference against Michael Irvin late in that game, man. Huge play.
It's funny how we got to go back to the last millennium just to talk about the last time the Cowboys were relevant.
Damn, I know. We gotta take a time. Let's go back in the time machine, shall we?
But at least we can go back. We got to go back before some of y'all were born before we could talk about what y'all have done since y'all won one.
Well, we went to the Super Bowl 2002.
Y'all didn't win it though. Got mollywopped.
No, we did.
Hey, but nobody talking about that,
the Cowboys were nowhere near to be found.
Gee, I think we the two most recent Super Bowl winners. It's been
you know it. We here.
That's true. That's true. That's a fact.
Look, I'm gonna just say this.
I got no love for the Steelers either.
I wouldn't if I was you either.
Football rings. Michael Irvin is not a Hall of Famer.
Stop it! You couldn't stop it.
I'm going there.
I'm gonna stay out of that one.
That ain't got nothing to do with that one, yo.
Better than any receiver ever came through the Saints organization. Better than any receiver.
That's not my argument. My argument is that his Super Bowl ring saved his Hall of Fame status because his numbers is really not that good.
But you have to understand. You have to put everything in context. You got to put this in context now. The era of the football we played in the 90s. It was a dominant run team. But Michael Irvin was big play, 3-time. He was really the coffee that stirred the team, man. The playmaker, man. The name speaks for itself. He made plays at the biggest points in the game in big games, big catches. He made the bang 8. He made that bang 8 a famous route. Michael Irvin made that route famous, man. Running that bang 8. You know what I mean? So stop it.
Dude,
come on.
Is he good?
He's great.
Okay. Is he great? Yes. Is he amazing? No.
I mean, look, he might not be, no Jerry Rice. It's not many of those. But he battled Jerry Rice, and he always showed up, man. There's no doubt about it, man. He's a Hall of Famer, man.
And now, for the sake of the show, I'm just going to make you mad even more. If Michael Thomas never gets injured, he's better than Michael Irvin.
Don't do it. No, he don't have nearly the 1, 2. Don't do it. Come on, man. That's past blasphemy. You know what I mean? He carried Michael Irvin jock strap, bro.
Oh, man. Hey.
Come on, man.
Stop
it. Come on, man. Mike Irvin, playmaker. In the 90s. In the 90s, in that era.
Your sister ain't gonna agree with that.
Hey, in the 90s, Jerry Rice, probably Sterling Sharp, Michael Irvin, them were the dogs, man. Ain't no doubt about it, man.
Oh, boy, we got a Raven steal it. Here we go. Due to the game, he did in 2012. He did.
I forgot about that.
Hold on.
I forgot about that.
I can't wait to Due to the game get on the show with
I know he got no love for no Steelers.
We had to give Ray one on his way out. Okay, I love Ray. We had to give him one on. Keyword: give him one on the way out.
You think he gave it to Ray? Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, you think the lights out now?
I think y'all problem was y'all held on to Ben Roethlisberger too long. You know what
I
I'm saying?
agree 100%.
Check out GC.
I think Ben was 3 years past due.
Yeah, definitely.
You gotta respect Ray Lewis.
You know, my
love
main
Ray.
man's bought me that jersey right there.
Deuce, I hate to do it. It's really like pained my stomach to say this on the worldwide internet. Y'all didn't wait too long to get rid of Ben. Y'all drafted what was supposed to have been his replacement, but it turns out dude was not a very good quarterback. So you had to hold on to him a little bit longer till you get somebody else. So I don't blame y'all for that.
No, I blame you for that one, Mark. To be honest with you.
You gotta blame Mike Gundy.
I blame Mark for that one. Sitting with the quarterback like he was ready.
No doubt.
Blame Mike Gundy, yo.
Mike Gundy, holy smoke!
I'm a man.
Oh my God! And let's jump to the due to the game. Let's jump to the NBA real quick, man. We got just a little bit of time here. Russell Westbrook, man, is being signed by the Los Angeles Clippers. I'm gonna go around the board here. Of course, we're gonna start with Deuce, man. How do you feel with Russell Westbrook being a Los Angeles Clipper?
I think it was a great pickup, man. I mean, they're lacking at the point guard position. They signed John Wall, and it didn't work out. You know, I think Russ is going to come in and do exactly what they need him to do. They're not going to expect him to come and shoot the ball and score points because that's just not what it is. He's going to get in the teeth of the defense, kick it out to your Terrence Manns, your Morris Twin, your Kawhi, your PGs, those guys. He's going to play hard. He plays hard every single night. I think it's a great pickup. I think seeing him practice and some videos of that, he seems happy. You know, like he gets to stay in LA where he's from. You know, he's LA on and off the court. And I think that'll help him get his spirit back, man. I think that's a lot of what his problems was in being a Laker. It's just, you know, you're at home, but you're hearing all these talks of how bad you are and getting booed in the building that you know always wanted to play in. That takes a toll on these guys, even when they don't like to admit it. So I think that I think Darvin Ham did a great job of getting him to buy in, being the sixth man. But I think Ty Lue is going to be the guy that's going to be very good at, you know, bringing him in and instrumenting him into this offense.
I was up to you about with the Ty Lue. I don't like Ty Lue as a coach. I don't think he's a coach, but that's either here or there.
Managing personalities.
There you go. He's just a man.
There you go.
Yeah, you're a manager. But I'm sorry. Street, what you think about Russell Westbrook, man, becoming a Los Angeles Clipper? You think so?
Man, I do, man. I like to pick up. I think it'll cause the LA Clippers to play faster.
There you go.
It was a little slow-paced team, but that needs to cause them to play faster. He definitely gonna if Russ could quit shooting the damn three ball, just stop shooting threes, Russ. You know what I mean? He does everything else well. You know, Russ always play hard. You always gonna get that from him. Last night he led the team with 14 assists. You know what I mean? He played 39 minutes. They was a double overtime game. But he had 14 assists, but he was 1 for 4 from the three. So if he can stop shooting the three ball, push the pace, he's always going to be there defensively. I really like the pickup, man. I like the pickup, and I think it's something that they really needed. And to build on what Deuce said, I think Russ lost his confidence at one point in LA. You know what I mean? At one point, I think, like he said, basketball confidence anyway. I think Darvin Ham did a good job of restoring that a little bit. You can see him playing a little bit better as a sixth man. Yeah. But to be somewhere that you wanted, man, you always want to feel wanted and appreciated.
Absolutely.
So, so I think that, that he's gonna flourish there. I think it's gonna be a good thing for him. I like the pickup.
Well said, Street. Well said. I can't agree with you more. HBCU legacy tomorrow, social support, no doubt.
That's the only thing we can agree on today.
Clippers are better than the Suns.
Hey, I like that. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that either.
I don't disagree with that.
I think that's if they make it up. I think that's going to be a great series.
I mean, the Suns just started. Both of them just started.
I'll say they're deeper.
They're definitely deeper.
They're
But
definitely
you got the
deeper,
Russ,
but-
We haven't seen Durant yet. So,
No.
I mean, it's kind of early to say that.
Kawhi Durant matchup. You know what I mean? Paul George and
The one we were robbed of when they
that's nice.
when KD
Are we
got
gonna
hurt.
talk? Are we gonna talk Kawhi and Durant when KD gave Kawhi 14 on the torn Achilles?
Hey, look, man.
But I mean, hey,
Oh,
Kawhi-
boy, he going back on him. He going back on him.
my man was injured and gave Kawhi 14, a quick 14. It was the first quarter.
It's still, but at the end of the day, they lost that game, didn't they?
Did KD finish that game? No.
It doesn't matter. He might not finish this game. KD stay hurt, man. He might not finish now.
Hey,
You know, I like the matchup. I think Kawhi come playoff time. I think they're gonna be ready. I like that matchup.
and Kawhi though, Kawhi gonna be Kawhi. KD gonna be KD.
And Chris
Paul
Paul
George
gonna have to handle
Paul George is gonna go ghost.
Westbrook.
Yeah, he going to go those. Yeah.
Westbrook gonna be can Chris Paul hold up? Chasing Westbrook. That's another question.
The Achilles problem with Westbrook is he's easily rattled. You can easily rattle him out of his game. You give him a couple of pushes, get him all hyped, and the next thing you know, he's jacking up shots, and he offensive fouler because he's trying to lean in and charge you, try to let his presence be known. He just get a little sloppy. But I think with the Clippers, this is like Deuce said, man. Deuce, he looks happy. He looks like this dude look happy, bro. Like
Westbrook
he
played a
word.
hell of a game last night.
Yeah, he did. He played a good game last night.
I don't know if you saw the video. Go ahead, G. My bad.
He reminded me of him being back in OKC without the stat pattern.
I agree. Yeah.
He plays hard, man. You can't substitute. There's no substitution for that.
He got the ball. He caught a rebound that he actually worked for. Deuce was running down court, saw a lane, used his Westbrook burst and aggression, drove right through, scored right back down court.
Yeah.
That is one of the most underhanded compliments that I think you've ever made.
I mean,
you just talking about how good he was, and then you had to throw in the stat pad, huh?
So didn't we argue about this last night?
We did.
Yeah. Stat pattern, bro.
Mr. President, what you think, man?
I think it'll be good for the Clippers if everybody can click. It's always the big thing when you add a bunch of superstars together. It's like, are they going to come together and become a basketball team? On a personal note, though, and this is no shade at Russell Westbrook, so dudes, please don't get mad at me. But every time I see this dude play nowadays, I just get more and more thankful every day that Michael Jordan did not trade the 3rd overall pick for that man like they was planning to in the draft that year. I'm just so thankful he ain't a Hornet. But yeah, I think man, I'm so thankful. I hope it worked for him. I'm a Russ fan, man. I like to see Russ doing well. It's kind of taboo to think about in today's day and age of the NBA, but you don't have to score a bunch of points to be a good player. Just let Russ get boards, get rebounds, facilitate, maybe take a mid-range here or there. Yeah. But I think that's really what his game need to be for him to be the most effective going forward. Just dish the rock, get people in the right position, get them boards, get the extra possessions, and do that. Please don't be out here trying to shoot threes during the game, bro.
Okay, but Street said he shot 1 of 4 last night.
Yeah.
So break it down there to 1 3 a quarter. I can live with that.
I can live with that too.
Well, yeah, when you think about it that way, it don't sound that bad. You know what I mean?
In LA, it would have been
something at 7 to 8 3-point range. It's just stop.
But look at how that game ended, though. They lost by a single solitary point. If he would have taken less threes, that would have meant probably a better chance they would have scored and most likely won the game.
Yeah. They had 2 overtimes for people to take more shots at the end of the day. So
I know Malik Monk and them boys went crazy.
Malik 50 off the bench.
He went to 44, 42.
Yeah.
Here's another.
45, 45 or something like that.
Yeah. He went the hell off. But here's another one real quick, man. Kevin Love to the Miami Heat. Wow.
I think it's irrelevant.
They don't
Big time.
move the needle at all for me.
They got killed last night.
Personally,
The Bucks beat the brakes off of them
I don't think that.
personally,
without Giannis.
Udonis Haslam. Udonis is getting ready to leave, and they're gonna be like, all right, we're gonna do the same thing with Kevin Love that Udonis is doing right now.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I think that's pointless though, because he don't hold the same weight in that locker room. You know what I'm saying?
No.
If that's the case, if they're doing that to signing Kevin Love for that, it was a waste because UD is Miami basketball.
Yes.
You think of D Wade and him. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Exactly.
I think it spreads the floor for them. I don't know if it changes my opinion on what they can do, but I think pushing Bam down to the 5, bringing in Kevin Love, stretches the floor, another shooter. I think that's what it does for them. But I don't know if it makes them
defensively. It serves no purpose.
It don't make them complete.
Yeah.
It don't.
Defensively.
No, they
I
still.
hope my Hornets gonna get. I hope my Hornets get them tonight. That's what I'm hoping. I hope he pop their ass tonight. Yeah, we play tonight at 7.
Okay, in Charlotte.
I think it is in Charlotte. Yeah, it is in Charlotte.
Yeah, it's 7:04 night.
Yeah.
Buzz City.
Phoenix Suns on that victory yesterday.
My joint went out again.
No, I heard some music.
Stop playing a little music for us.
Oh yeah. You know, I'm about to hit my flow. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Are you gonna bust a freestyle for us, huh?
nah.
Go ahead and drop a hot 16 for us real quick, bro.
Oh, okay, shit. Well, what's up? I wish I could, boy. I'm gonna be on here, man. Oh man, we done went all around the world, man. That football took us, man. But hey, man, that's our show for today, man. And you know, we always want to thank you for watching another episode of the Real Sports Talk Show, man. Please remember to hit that thumbs up and that subscribe button and turn on that bell for all notifications, man. It's very important that you hit that bell for all notifications, man. It brings us together. Bring us together, man. Keeps us as one. Oh, man. So, again, man, we want to thank our special guest, man. We want to thank Deuce.
Yes, sir.
For being on the show today, man. I'm telling you, it is National Deuce Day. And I'm telling you right now, man, I had a ball sitting here talking sports with Deuce. So, Deuce, man, what we normally do, man, anything you want to say to the people out there that's watching you live here on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, man.
I appreciate y'all having me, man. I look forward to doing this with y'all again, so y'all can keep seeing that 6-time Super Bowl champion.
You heard that, man.
Street, you can say 5-time, but 5 niggas.
I was like, we got a new top dog in here now. Got more Reed than Jacob.
I like it. I hate the Steelers, but I respect them though. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it. I appreciate y'all having me though, bro.
No doubt.
I know who hate the Steelers.
Man, y'all done so many different sports franchises dirty over the years. It ain't even funny, man.
Oh man, that's crazy.
It hit the ground, dog. That was not a catch. It hit the ground. Just want to say that.
Word, man. But man, again, man, we thankful for Deuce, man, for being on the show. Hopefully, we will see Deuce Tuesday. We're working on something here. We're working on something, building something special. The Real Sports Podcast is, man. We're building something special, and this is our year. This is our year, ladies and gentlemen. And we won't have this year, man, if it weren't for you guys watching and hitting that thumbs up. We got 2,397 subscribers, man. So, I mean, if it weren't for you guys, man, we wouldn't even be here. So we want to thank you guys for that, man. Soho always showing love, man.
Nephew.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Always showing love, man. So come check us out Tuesday. This Tuesday, man, we got more NFL and NBA news and discussions. And again, man, come check us out Tuesday. It's our Tuesday night delight, sports to talk about. So we hope to see you guys this Tuesday coming in, man. On behalf of myself, and we're gonna get up out of here. Mr. President.
You already know.
The champ.
Let's go, baby. Quit running, T-Rock. Quit running, baby.
GC. New Orleans, baby. And our special guest, man, we're gonna have him back. Deuce is in the building. No doubt, man. Deuce.
Like I get my best friend on the show, he get his own holiday, you know. Like,
Yeah, I know, man.
Man,
It's
they're
a
gonna
holiday
be pretty
today.
good.
No doubt,
National
man.
Deuce Day.
No doubt. So again, man, hopefully my outro will work. Wi-Fi a little jacked up, but I'm gonna get that together, man. So Tuesday, 7:00 right here on YouTube. We will see y'all then. We out.